And when that happens, I'm glad you brought that up. When that happens, I'm going to give you my little spiel about men and feelings. Um, First off, it's real easy for us, especially for those of us that are sensitive New Age guys, otherwise known as snags. Um, have you ever heard that one before? Yes. Hey, I'm a sensitive New Age guy. I'm a snag. Um, and it's really easy for us snags or for women to put down men for not connecting to their feelings. But it's important to recognize that most of us, when we were boys, we got creamed for having feelings. We were on the playground and some poor kid got hit in the face by the ball and he cried, and all the other boys got around him and called him things like pussy, faggot, very awful, ugly, derogatory words that are implying that showing feelings is what girls do or what homosexuals do, using words that are very derogatory to girls, are very derogatory to the feminine, very derogatory to gay. And so that gets pounded day after day on the playground. And then all the male action heroes, the example I always give is Clint Eastwood, because he was the big hero when I grew up. I never saw Clint Eastwood going, I'm feeling kind of sad and disappointed right now. It didn't meet my need for respect when you raped my wife and burned down the town. I never saw that scene in the movie. So we have to be retrained, We really, really do. And it's also important to remember that the male brain actually is wired to fix. The female brain, the feminine brain, is wired to feel. The masculine brain is wired to fix. The masculine brain even has, it's a whole complexity, because the masculine brain was more likely to experience physical pain. The masculine brain is more disconnected to feelings. The feminine brain, being sensitive and having to be in tune with what's going on with my family, what's going on with children, has a much more developed empathy and a much more developed sensory connection to the feeling side of things. So we need to understand there are very real differences between the masculine brain and the feminine brain. So let's not put down men for not being connected to their feelings. Let's educate men for the value of feelings. And the value of feelings is to get in touch with our needs, which is what Yasser pointed out. When we get in touch with our needs, we become more efficient. We become more productive. We become more trustworthy. We become more reliable. Does it make sense to everybody? And that's my little standard spiel about the value of feelings for men.